Hello, my name is Risa, and today we're going to deconstruct Dance Monkey by Tones and I.
They say, oh my God, I see the
This song became very popular over the past 9 months. Let's go through some facts. So, Dance Monkey is written and produced by Tones and I. Her actual name is Toni Watson. It is also produced by Konstantin Kirsting. He is an Australian-German record producer. Dance Monkey was released on May 10th in 2019 by Bad Batch Records under exclusive license to Elektra Records. So since Dance Monkey was released, it took over the official singles charts in more than 30 countries, including UK. Let's take a look at some of the performances. Dance Monkey completed 24 non-consecutive weeks at number 1 on the ARIA singles chart, which is issued by Australian Recording Industry Association, renewing the previous record held by Ed Sheeran's Shape of You at 15 weeks. It also ruled the UK singles chart for 11 consecutive weeks, which is a record for a solo female artist that renewed the record of Rihanna's Umbrella and Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. Toni Watson earned 8 nominations at the 2019 ARIA Awards and won 4, including Best Female Artist and Breakthrough Artist. We saw on YouTube that today Dance Monkey has more than 725 million plays, and on Spotify it has more than 1 billion streams. This is incredible considering Dance Monkey is only her second single and her debut EP. So who is Toni Watson? She is a singer from Australia. She's from Mount Martha, Australia, and apparently she used to work in a clothing store while she performed local gigs and made music at home. But one day she bought a van and decided to start performing on a street called busking. And when she was busking in Byron Bay, she got scouted by Jackson Walkden Brown, who is now her co-manager. So once she got scouted, she started writing music and busking full-time. As you can see in the bottom picture, she has her loop station and keyboards. She produces, performs everything herself. Dance Monkey is literally about her busking experience, and she explains in many of her interviews how much she owes to busking. I think deconstructing this song will let us examine and study the elements of a pop song that can appeal to the mass of modern generation. All right, let's dive into the deconstruction. I'm going to be using Logic Pro X today, and I already have all of the sounds ready. I marked the sections of this song up here. I'm going to start with the intro and record everything up until the chorus first. Let's start with the piano. Let me bring up my keyboard and this note. The key of this track is F sharp minor, and the notes for this key are F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E, and F sharp. There's only one chord progression, which goes like this: F sharp minor, D major, E major, and C sharp minor. All of these chords are triads, very simple, and it's gonna repeat throughout the song, which is an important thing to note because I think it's one of the factors that's making this song so catchy and memorable. I'm gonna make a region at the start of the song and start recording. I'm going to quantize them with some swing. And there's a lot of syncopation happening, so every time the new chord comes in, the rhythm goes like this. And this kind of rhythm keeps the track groovy and moving. I'm going to repeat this region until the chorus. And I need to mute some notes to make some space for the transition. So I'm going to mute all of these and mute these as well. Next, I'm going to make another layer of piano, but I'm going to go 2 octaves down and start at the verse. Quantize them again. So now I'm going to select all the bass notes. So F sharp, D, E, and C sharp. And duplicate these notes one octave lower. So now piano has more weight. Okay, moving on to the pre-chorus. The lower piano is going to play the exact same notes as the higher piano, so I'm going to copy and paste the regions that we recorded and bring them 2 octaves lower. And on top of that, I'm going to record bass notes on another track. Quantize this, and we're done with the piano. Moving on, I'm going to record the pluck. I'm going to make a new region in the intro. And the pluck is going to play the bass notes of the chord progression. And repeat this during the verse. And I also need to mute the last 2 notes. Now I'm going to move on to the percussion. So the first percussion sound that comes in this track is the finger snap. I'm using Native Instruments battery, and I'm layering 3 different finger snap samples on one note, D3. So if I place a MIDI note on D3, all of these samples come in at the same time. So the finger snaps come in at the second half of the verse. I'm just going to program this in. So on D3. And it's going to be just on 2 and 4. And I'm going to repeat this region in the pre-chorus. We're done with everything up until the pre-chorus. So in the pre-chorus, drums come in. I have a kick and clap ready. Let's record these. Quantize these and repeat this region. Next, let's move on to the bass. So I have this 808 type of bass. I recreated this sound using Massive. I basically modulated the pitch at the beginning of the sound very quickly, so this bass has clicky tone to it. All right, let's record. Quantize this and repeat the region. And we also need to record the string. The string is just going to play a long sustained note on F sharp, which is the root note of the track's key. The string is going to help fill up the empty space and help the pre-chorus sound richer and fuller. All right, I think we have all the sounds. Now we need to make the transition from the pre-chorus to chorus. So you can see how the piano is cut here. I need to do the same for the rest of the sound. So I'm gonna select these regions and shorten them here. Make sure that there's no note coming out of the region. And also I have this sweep. Sounds like this. This is a quick way to make a sweep. I just grabbed a ride cymbal sample and placed it in Logic. So you just have to double click on the audio file, go to functions and hit reverse and you have a sweep. Okay, we finished everything up until the chorus. Now let's do the chorus. So what happens in the chorus is that all the melodic elements get stripped except the bass and the rhythm changes. So the rhythm before was, in the chorus, it's going to be 4 on the floor. like this. So it's going to be more upbeat. Quantize this, and I'm going to repeat it throughout the chorus. Finger snaps are going to be the same. It's going to be on 2 and 4, so I'm going to repeat the whole regions. And let's record the hi-hat. Okay, quantize this, but I'm going to take them off the grid just slightly so it's more humanized. Okay, we're done with the percussion. Now let's move on to the bass. So the bass sound is completely different from the one we used in the pre-chorus. It's more synthy and Moog type of bass. And this is the only melodic element in the chorus. Quantize this, and we are done with the first half of the song. What happens in the second half of the song? It's basically the same, but everything's just a little bit more exaggerated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything that we just recorded except the plucks and paste them at the start of the verse. Before we start adding new elements, I need to move around some of these regions. So the string comes in slightly earlier, and need to cut this here. Drums also come in slightly earlier, and finger snaps start at the very beginning of the verse. Let's add new elements. So I'm going to mute this piano bass and record another piano layer on top of this. You can hear that I have more reverb on this piano because I want this to help the pre-chorus sound bigger and fuller than the first half of the song. It's the same chord progression throughout the track. I'm going to select the bass notes and duplicate them 1 octave lower. Repeat this region and mute the last part because I need to make a space for the transition again. There's no pluck in the second half. I'm going to use this soft bell. It's very quiet, you can't hear it almost, but I'm using this sound to recreate the sound that I hear in the original track. It sounds like there's something trilling in the back, and that's why I'm using this really soft, quiet bell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the region that we just recorded, bring them an octave up, erase the bass notes, and grab these top notes and flip them an octave lower. This is called an invergent chord. And I'm going to come to the channel strip. I have a MIDI FX ready here. It's arpeggio, and I've set it to 16th triplet, rising. So now the sustained chords are going to sound like this. And I'm going to repeat this too, and mute the last part. I'm also going to add a shaker. I'm just going to use the Apple loop. It's called Swinging Shaker Groove. Add this here and repeat. I find Apple loops very convenient for things like tambourine, shaker, hi-hat because it comes in as MIDI velocity variations and you can still edit it if you don't like it. Okay, I think I have all the sounds ready. I just need to make the transition part. I just need to shorten this region. It's sounding like this. Yeah, so the chorus is going to be exactly the same, but there's another chorus that follows right after the second chorus, and in the third chorus, all the melodic elements come back in. So let's just recreate that section quickly. I'm going to copy the entire chorus and also copy the piano and string and paste them here. Shaker, I'm copying this as well. And there's no transition at the end, so I need to unmute some of these notes. Unmute all of this. Unmute these. And string is going to last until the very end. All right, we need to record this synth. This is the only new element. It sounds like organ, very rich, full sound. I'm going to record that in right here. Repeat this, and we are done. Now let's listen to the whole thing with the a cappella.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna try. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. I said, oh my God, I see you walking by. Take my hands, my dear, and look me in my eyes. Just like a monkey, I've been dancing my whole life.
All right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this deconstruction. See you soon.